Hello out there, it's time for another edition of Pro Shane Propaganda. It's Wednesday night, I'm bored again, and I'm playing a game of Arabia. Which was annoying because they advertised Nomad, and then they changed it to Arabia, and it's like, well, I've already been sitting here 10 minutes, but I wish they'd just stick with the settings. It's been a while since I played Arabia. I thought you only got one board for a little while here, but my ally assured me you got two, and that was pivotal because I do rush. And I'm Incas, I believe. Yeah. I'll just fast forward. Basically my opening standard, I scout and I eat. I guess maybe I start with the lumber camp really quick. The one thing about Incas is their houses cover 10 population. You don't really get housed. Grab my board quick, didn't lose anything. Nice and tight to the center so that villagers don't have to walk. And the other boar is right there. It's always where, that's why, like, look at that. You just leave one little patch dark and you just, it's enough. He does wander out of there, which is lucky for me. Just going around, I'll set the scene here. Me and red versus blue and green. There, he wanders out and that helps me find him. But I think he might be right here. There, I discovered him. I remember shooting him and having to go back. So you always gotta give him the second shot to make sure that the boar's lured in. I make sure this time, but I take some hit points off, but that's okay. I just walled right there, just so if somebody's coming, I see them coming. I thought that this area right into my wood would be a weakness. Scouting with this guy. And I hit the feudal age button to advance. And I basically identify where yellow is. I don't want to lose my guy to any kind of arrow fire from the TC, so I didn't scout thoroughly because I do plan on rushing and every unit counts. So I upgrade to man-at-arms. And I remember putting a couple on stone too, just so I could keep getting towers every few minutes. And I kind of catch him in the middle of something. I see that's where his trees are. I don't plan on doing anything with this kind of man-at-arms rush except for destroying buildings. It's hard to get peasants in feudal age, I find. There, I got, and I don't plan on losing anything. If I can just run them back to the TC. And he's stupid for Billy fighting. Then I put a tower up right here. And I destroy the building so that he has to rebuild them. Basically the 100 units that it takes to build these small little camps is enough to screw somebody up. And there's some dividends. The only point with this is to guard these farms. Take away his market, he can't buy or exchange any resources, and my guess is that he could use that right now. hammered his buildings there. But he walls up a little bit here, and the way I saw it, if I tried to break down the palisades, he would garrison up in here and I would take big losses. So he's got that stone for the time being, but he's got no blacksmith, or he's having to rebuild it all. That's expensive. A couple guys over there I didn't know about. Here's the hard part. Trying to kill these buildings without getting within firing range of the town center. First things first, he's not mining this anymore, but I'll destroy that to destroy his line of sight. Those things can see those mining buildings. They seem to be able to see a long way. I got the units that are best for taking down buildings. He goes with archers, but as you can see, he just can't get enough. Meanwhile, another tower coming up. You get hit points back. If you put your units inside a tower, they recover their hit points. And my typical style, I do not lose guys. I run away. Well. This guy is on a hill. He did get fletching. So he's got the +1 and the +1 range. Plus he's elevated relative to my tower, so my tower will lose. But it's not just about that tower. I put that house there to distract the firing of the to try and lure the firing of the what's it called, tower. Not a lot going back to my town. I start to buy my way to the next stage. And I shift over to stone because I got plans on putting a castle up. And now that I'm advanced, I decide that I can micromanage my guys to make sure I don't get, because it's my tower is the only thing that's kind of keeping things civil there, or keeping things in my favor. He can't fight that tower with those archers. But I always have to be wary of getting within range here, so I should have just sent 3 or 4. But they got minds of their own. They see, they go, and that's coming down real quick. And that's my ally. For once, my ally is helping me. The game's already over. I got 2,000 to 1,600. I don't generally lose when I got that kind of lead. We're both still feudal. I think he beats me, but Red coming in and just harassing his villagers with those knights, it messes him up bad. He has to send all his villagers back to his town center, and they don't all make it. And he's got to be screaming for blue right now to help him, but blue's slow. Looks like blue's pretty much unharassed, and blue's only got 2,200 for a score, so red really did a number getting the economy going. Looks like he's going to lose some. Wouldn't mind taking that building down. So basically my towers, oh, I gotta worry, that's what I was worried about, I guess. I didn't see that blue decided to come in. These towers provide very good coverage while I try and get my castle up, because as soon as that castle goes up, it's game over. He has to get a castle up. But see, blue decides to push in. Even though my towers are there, he decides to push in. And, you know, I have to garrison to save my villagers. 4,800 hit points, that's a long way to go. See, he lost. Those crossbowmen will mow down my infantry. But they're just getting pegged away with tower arrows. And I can keep tapping away at this castle here. I don't have much going for recon, but the way I look at it, my enemy doesn't. I got more than him as far as I can see. And there, those guys disappeared. I forget where they went, but I did notice that they stopped bothering me, and they actually headed over towards my base at one point. And Red alerted me and sent his knights to take care of them. Yeah, no, he had no effect. That's at 82%. He's got some ambitions of trying to siege it. Tricky. I have to try and kill this ram, but I'm going to get shot by the TC too. Arrows, they don't hurt ram. You can see it's just going down by one. Rams, I mean. Get back in, get back in. So here comes blue. He's gonna harass my base. They're basically pretending that red doesn't exist. This happens to me a lot, and I'm so aggressive, I attract so much attention. I often get double teamed, and then it's completely up to my ally if he's there or not. Which my ally, he's got a huge score, so just the fact that there's the flare that alerts me, I already saw it coming, I think. Oh no, I didn't. And he's wondering where all the villagers went. And here comes Red's Knights. I'll fast forward now. Putting that castle up basically ended the game. And he arrived just in time. And that's a whole lot of points against crossbowmen. Bang. I got my siege workshop up. He tries to counter with his own. That's a he tries to counter with his own bang. Meanwhile, I smack those two guys dead. But I see it coming and I run because I have the castle. I never do take down this town center. They quit before that. It was a good game. Remember, it had 74 hit points left. Let's see. Yep, 74. So there you go. Fight on their turf. at any time, if he could have taken just 2 units, like 2, what was he? He was melee. I don't know what they get, to be honest. But if he had 2 knights that he could have brought over here, it would have messed me up. 2 knights right here just would have screwed me up big time. But, you know, I would have had the garrison, and then it would have been evening out a little bit more. But we won. And I didn't score high, but I did a lot of damage. There. Let in kills. I'm the hero here. 7 raisings at that point in the game. That's quite a bit. We'll see ya. Thanks. Bye-bye.